Guys, listen. How many of you guys felt like you really took the character of a reporter during the times, during the late 1800s? How many of you guys kind of took that character on as you were writing this? Okay, a few of you. That's good. So I want you to remember when we're revising this today, when you're looking at different parts, your peers' papers, I want you to think about the opinions in here. If someone who had very little education picked up a newspaper and had heard all of this information about Carnegie and Rockefeller and Morgan, how would they feel by reading it? Would they be able to relate? Would they be able to understand? You have a lot of creative freedom in this, remember. This is your opinion. Yes, there needs to be fact-based because you are writing about a historical figure, but you're trying to show the people of the United States at this time either how positive or negative one of these men's attributes are. Are they helping America or are they tearing them down? So today we're revising, and what's the difference between revising and editing, Garrett?
Revising is like when
You need some help?
it seems like the same. I don't know why.
Well, it's not the same. Who can answer? Ben, what's the difference between revision and editing?
Revision is kind of like sentence fluency and see if it like flows together and it makes sense. And then editing is like looking for errors like punctuation.
Perfect. Very good. So we're going to look at, say, how does my essay make sense? Does it have a good claim? Argument? Does it have enough evidence to support my claim? So that's what we're going to look at today. And we're going to do what we usually do, where we're going to use the three colors, and we're going to underline, but we're going to do them in pairs this time. And we're going to do something a little bit different today. Remember when we did the activity a couple weeks ago, I think in October, when I put a claim on the board, and then you had to figure out how I got that claim? Do you guys remember that you guys all created webs?
No.
Maybe? Yes, you did. Because you took notes on it.
I don't remember.
Remember it was about the Wild West, and I would say the railroads connected America, and you guys were like, oh, and you looked through your book and you were like, I see this evidence. We're going to do that today with these papers. With your partner, you're going to look at their claim, and you're going to write their claim on a piece of paper, and you're going to look in their paper and see if they have evidence to support it. Now, some of you may have a web that's blank, right? Because if the paper doesn't have a lot of evidence, you're not going to have any evidence bubbles. Or if it doesn't have an argument, you're not going to have an argument bubble. So the point of this is not to try and create words to put in their paper, but it's to show your partner, look at what you're missing. You have your claim, but you have no evidence to support it. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice doing that with an article I found on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Mountain Dew marching band was in it.
I know a lot of schools were
marching
Mountain Dew.
my website got.
It's a
I
school in Mesa. So my cousin goes.
The Macy's Day Parade.
All right. So we're going to read this, and then we're going to find the claim. And I read a lot yesterday, so I'm going to need some people to help me. Can I read? My voice is a little... I'll have Daniel, why don't you come up here and read from either my computer or my screen, because it's kind of small. And I'll turn it.
I'll do this.
I haven't seen. All right. Mr. Okay, read after Daniel.
I'll read like two.
All right, guys, pay attention, please.
Are they going to fly? That was a popular question leading up to the Macy's 87th annual Thanksgiving parade. The spectacle is held every year in New York City on Thanksgiving morning. But on Thursday, parade officials were concerned that the winds would be too strong to safely fly the enormous balloons that the parade has become famous for. Macy has staged a Thanksgiving parade every year since 1924, except 3 years during World War II. The very first first parade was staged by Macy's employees. Many of the workers were immigrants and wanted a way to celebrate the American holiday. It has become one of the most recognized parades in the world. To many, the event marks the official start of the holiday season.
So did any of you guys know that about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? I had no idea that immigrants had helped start it. That's kind of cool, right? Because we've learned about immigrants, and we learned about how much they wanted to be part of the American culture. So do you guys think this was a good way to kind of show their American pride? Because even if you guys don't watch it, a lot of you guys have heard of it, right? And you've even seen like commercials on TV. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is such a big thing for our states that it really does help the American culture, right?
This is the first time I've heard of it.
Yo, first time really?
Yeah.
That's all right. It's been in New York for a while. A lot of people like to wake up on Thanksgiving and watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Daniel. Continue.
The parade includes famous celebrities, singers, dancers, musicians, marching bands, beautifully decorated floats, and of course, giant balloons. The 16 balloons this year range from classics like Snoopy and Mickey Mouse to the newer ones like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon and Finn and Jake from Adventure Time. John Wazowski from New Jersey is a ninth-year balloon handler for the parade. Balloon handlers keep a tight grip on the balloon strings while they walk them down the streets of Manhattan. It's actually the most exciting day of the year for me, he told PFK. I look forward to getting my envelope in the mail that says what balloon I'm going to be handling. In past parades, Wazowski was handling or has handled balloons such as the Yellow Elf and Scooby-Doo. But this year, he was leading the parade as one of the handlers for the Macy's Golden Star balloon. We are going to have a good time, Josh said. Even if balloons don't fly, you still have crowds and floats.
Very good. All right, so we're going to stop there.
Whoops, I said crowds.
That's okay. All right, Daniel, thank you. Go ahead and sit down. All right, so if we were to look at this, what would be a claim or even a sub-claim that you can find in this article that we can have evidence to support? Miranda. Absolutely. So let's write that. So I'm going to pretend this is my partner's paper. Ooh, garage. I don't know what I was spelling. Garage. Okay, so what is some evidence that would support this? Matt. From our article.
From the article,
Yes.
it is known because many balloons, the popular balloons that,
Everybody had that one?
the popular balloons that are walked around,
Okay, so the balloons.
yeah,
What type of balloons are there?
big inflatable balloons.
They're like 80-50.
Patrick.
This is the 87th one, so
Okay.
usually they've done quite a lot of them.
Okay, so what could be an argument or a bridge? What could be our bridge or argument? Why does this matter? What connects these two?
It's been so popular that they're able to have it for 87 years.
Perfect.
3 years during the World War II.
2 years actually.
87 years.
Good. All right, what's another piece of evidence? What kind of balloons do they have?
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, Scooby-Doo, what else do they have?
Spider-Man.
Basically kind of like cartoons
Okay.
throughout the ages. Like
Are
famous
okay.
characters.
Famous characters. Good, Jesse. Famous characters.
Santa.
They do have Santa.
Oh,
Yes.
they do.
We'll put him with the famous characters. So, but if you think about it, do you think that if it was just some random,
Dude.
like, person balloons and not Mickey and Goofy or not, sorry, Scooby-Doo and stuff. A lot of kids may not watch it, right, Garrett? A lot of kids may not watch it, right? Guys, pay attention, please. A lot of people may not watch it, right? So they can't recognize the characters. All right, let's do one more before we start revising. What's another piece of evidence? It's old, they have big balloons, and what else?
Sorry.
Garrett.
I really don't know if it's evidence. It's like the immigrants started it, or
Okay, we can throw that in there, why not? Why, what's our bridge for that?
they wanted to show their American spirit.
And how is that recognizable?
Because it's America, and yeah, I don't know.
America, I don't know.
It's like,
Do you guys, those who watch it, do you guys see some American floats? Who watched it this year? Anybody?
Dynasty was in there.
oh yeah,
They were on the.
I did see that.
Uh,
But did you guys see any American floats?
there was like a pilgrim one.
There was a pilgrim one. What else?
There's ice skate or a hockey one.
Okay, well hockey's really Canadian, but think of some other ones.
Not
Is that
very.
baseball bat?
Did you guys see any with flags?
No.
No,
No flags?
I
You
saw the
sure? Did
Tom
you see any
Sawyer one.
policeman ones or fireman ones?
I saw
There's
the
a policeman
dancing
one.
I saw the cheerleaders.
I only saw like that last part because it's not me.
I just heard of it.
Okay, well even though, so we have the pilgrim one, why would that be recognizable for America? What are they doing? What are they showing us in the parade? Remembering our heritage? What's a word for that? What are they doing?
Our ancestors.
Okay.
Our
Founders.
What are they showing us? What is the Statue of Liberty?
The
What,
American
Our
image.
freedom.
what's a word for it? Like the Mockingjay pin. What is that considered? A symbol. Symbolizing America. Very good. Alright guys, quiet down. So, you can kind of see we do still have some spots because this is a great claim, and if we dissected even more all class, we could probably add on. But what you're going to do with your partner's paper is I want you to be honest. If you cannot find evidence to support their claim, tell them. Your guys' last papers were excellent, and I was so happy about it. So I want you guys to continue to get better and better as writers. So don't feel bad if you show them a web and it only has 3 bubbles. Be like, I like your claim, but I can't see any evidence to support that, or I don't see any opinion to say he's such a bad person. You have to have both of those, because even though this is opinion paper, you still have to have evidence. You can't just say, Miss DiNardo's a bad teacher and not have any proof, right? Some people may listen to you, but they'll be like, well, what did she do? I don't know. She's just bad. You have to have proof, right? So, that's what we're going to do today. So, I'm going to show you guys our revision sheet, like usual. And I will have you guys grab markers. Go ahead and look at the person across from you. If you do not have your paper, you will need to work with someone else. It's at your tables, guys.
Oh, I thought we had that wall for us.
Luke, go ahead and pick someone up front that you can work with.
Everyone's already like.
Luke, you
I can go with Patrick if you want.
Luke, you
All right, come on up.
Can you work with me?
No.
Wait. What?
Yeah, right.
All right.
You're crazy.
All right.
Right here.
Go with me. Luke.
So, guys.
Oh my.
All right, I need you to pay attention, please. You guys have been doing great so far. Just keep paying attention. Revision. Does my editorial make sense? Where is the argument? Is my evidence true?
Mouse.
I know. Remember, there is going to be opinion in this piece. That's fine. But that's not a piece of evidence. Remember, evidence you cannot argue. It is a fact. Your opinion could be your argument, but it is not a piece of evidence. Your claim, you are going to underline in blue. Your argument, your bridges, why did you connect the idea? Could be your opinion. Will be red, and your evidence is green. You need to underline all of the claims.